Good day. I recently reviewed these some Black & Decker cordless yard tools, and one commenter on the video asked a very important question. It can do weed whipping, but can it husk corn? I think this is actually a valid question. Black & Decker makes all sorts of products. A lot of them are like kitchen appliances and that sort of stuff. They make yard products, they make weed whippers, they make chainsaws, stuff like that. Corn grows outside. Corn's a plant. Black & Decker's kitchen appliances. Can they do both? Now we're gonna have to be kind of strategic about this because, well, one, I have no idea which way would be best to do it. I'm thinking we need to like cut across the husk here, and then all of these leaves will simply fall off. So as long as we get the sort of the stem end cut around here, I think it'll work good. So we're gonna have to somehow have this cob standing up while I weed whip around the base of it right down here. So this is going to take a bit of engineering. So we're going to have to come up with a way of holding the cob in an upright position. But there's another element to this too. The weed whipper is only going to be able to cut one side of the cob at a time. If the cob is rotating, if we spigot it on a cordless drill or something like that, maybe we can have this sped up even more. So we can hold the weed whipper still, the drill turns the cob, this gets husked in record time. So I think what we got to do first is figure out a way of getting this cob to stay on the drill. You could cut it like this, but I think that's cheating because that would already do what we're trying to do with the weed whippers. That kind of doesn't make any sense. So I'm thinking we have to stick it on the other end of the cob onto the cordless drill. And this bit might not be quite long enough, so we'll have to figure something out here. Turns out a kebab stick actually fits right inside the chuck, so I think we're on the right path. Now we just have to figure out how to get the cob in the... It's got a dull. Okay, here we go. Oh. Okay, it's a little bit off. Oh, okay. Okay, I failed to account for the weight. We're gonna try something different. Okay, we're just gonna go with a longer Phillips bit. Hopefully it's sharp enough, but it's definitely stronger than the kebab stick, so we'll try this one here. Same idea though, we'll just kind of peel the corn on the... There we go, okay. There we go. Oh! Okay, weight is still an issue. But we're making progress. Okay, simple solutions are often the best. So we have a little zip tie here just to a chunk of 2x4. So this will give us a little base. So we'll put that on the ground, but now I need just to use something else just to hold the trigger. We can't go full speed, it's a little bit off balance there. It's a little bit of an eccentric orbit there. So we're just going to put a zip tie just sort of partially around the trigger just to give it a good amount of rotation for the weed whipper to have at the husks. Now if this works like I'm thinking, the notches on the zip tie will actually act as our settings for the drill. So if we go to right about there, that should work. Okay, so field testing, it looks like there's a little bit of a wobble in the board because of the eccentric orbit of the cob. So I might have to compensate for that a little bit. But you know, I think we've proved the concept here that this is absolutely the right way to go. Let's get that lined up here. I mean, this is going so well. At this point, I don't see how we could fail. Okay, so we've solved the wobble problem. This thing is like super stable. I think we're ready to put this machine to the test. All right, so I think we're set to go. Oh wait, I forgot my safety glasses. Hang on. Always safety when you're husking corn with power tools. Now remember, the goal is to take the husk off and not to mangle the corn too bad. So this will be a bit of a precision cut here. So let's try it. Well, I think I have a string issue. Just let me check if I'm out of string. But I think this is working great. Okay, so as you can see, quite a bit of the husk has actually come off. the bottom of the cob here, but we still don't have the top figured out. So I think we need to get more aggressive, so I'm going to try this again. Okay, so here's our result here. I think we're getting pretty good progress. The silks are kind of, well, those aren't even silks. That's the shredded husk. So it's sort of stringy, and it's sort of being kind of knotting up on the top of the stem. This zone here, we got really aggressive removal. Down here though, this little piece is sort of hanging on. It sort of is, if I could rotate this, there we go. It sort of is hanging on. Look, I see I missed the cut right across here. And I think that's where it kind of struggled, is that, and maybe that's due to my eccentric orbit of the cob. That's maybe something we have to calculate for. But otherwise, I think this is working good. Let's just finish it off, and then we'll look at the cob under some better light. Now, I'm going to try a stationary cut, because basically we just want the one thing to go. We're going to see if this will just fall off on its own. Let's just try a quick stationary cut. All right, so it is amazingly persistent, but if I just sort of help this along here, I think you can clearly see that we're getting her done. Okay, here we are back on the bench here. So it looks like we got a little too aggressive on the top of the cob, but look at the rest of this. This is flawless here. You know, I bet you if I take this off the drill, look at that. Look at that. That's a thing of beauty. So to answer the question, can a Black & Decker weed whipper husk corn? I think the answer is absolutely. Not bad. Thanks for watching. Hit a like and subscribe if you can. Helps out the channel. See you later.